Hello and good day to all YouTube viewers out there, especially to grade 8 students. Welcome to my another video tutorial in grade 8 mathematics, where learning and understanding math is easy and simple. In today's video, I will discuss about multiplication and division of rational expressions. Objectives of the lesson. At the end of this video lesson, the students shall be able to, number 1, recall the multiplication and division of fractions, and then number 2, multiply and divide rational expressions. But before we proceed to our lesson, let us discuss about multiplication of fractions. How do we multiply two fractions? According to our rule, if A over B and C over D represent two fractional numbers where A, B, C, and D are real numbers, therefore, to multiply two fractions, we multiply numerator to numerator, then denominator to denominator. So therefore, if A over B times C over D, okay, what will be the product? If we multiply these two fractions, the product will be AC over BD. So how come that the product of A over B times C over D is equal to AC over BD? We multiply numerator to numerator, then denominator to denominator. So that's the rule in multiplying two fractions. So where A, B, C, and D are real numbers. And take note, B and D must not be equal to 0. Otherwise, if they are equal to 0, then our fraction will be undefined. Okay? So let's have an example. If I'm going to multiply 1/2 and 2/3, what will be the product? So to multiply, of course, we're going to follow the rule in multiplication of two fractions. So how do we multiply two fractions? We multiply numerator to numerator, then denominator to denominator. So let us try. 1 times 2, and then 2 times 3. So it will give us a product of 2, 6. And then 2, 6. Let us simplify this fraction if possible. So this can be simplified. So to simplify, divide both numerator and denominator by the LCM. So the LCM of 2 and 6 is 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. And then 6 divided by 2 is 3. So this, the final answer is 1/3. Okay, next. Okay, let's have another one. I have here 1/4 times 1/5. So how to multiply 1/4 and 1/5? So to multiply these two fractions, we need to multiply. Of course, we follow the rule in multiplication of two fractions. That is, multiply numerator to numerator, then denominator to denominator. So 1 times 1 is 1. And then 4 times 5, it will give us 20. So the final answer or the product of 1/4 and 1/5 is 1/20. Another one. I have here 2 and 1/3 times 2/3. So how are we going to multiply these two? Can we multiply these two fractions directly? So as you can see, 2 and 1/3 is a mixed number. So therefore, we cannot multiply these two together because we need to change 2 and 1/3 into improper fractions. So because it has a whole number, this is called a mixed number because it has a whole number of 2. So how do we change this into improper fractions? So to change this into improper fraction, 2 and 1/3, multiply multiply the denominator to the whole number 2, and then add this to the numerator 1. So we have 7 over 3 or 7/3. So 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. And then copy the denominator 3. So we have 7 over 3. And then multiply this to 2/3. So again, this is a multiplication of two fractions. So to multiply both numerators and denominators. So 7 times 2, then 3 times 3. So 7 times 2, it will give us 14. And then 3 times 3 is 9. So 14 over 9 is our final answer because 14 over 9 cannot be further simplified, or we cannot simplify this one because it is already in its simplest form. Okay, next. Okay, so I have here 5, 3, 6 times 1 and 3/3. So this time we have two mixed numbers. So to multiply, first we need to change each mixed number into improper fraction. So let us first change 5 and 3, 6. So it will become 33 over 6. So 6 times 5 is 30 plus 3 is 33. Then copy the denominator 6. And then for 1 and 3/3, to change this into improper fraction, it will become 6 over 3 or 6/3. So 3 times 1 is 3 plus 3 is 6. And then copy the denominator 6. So we have 33 over 6 times 6/3. So to multiply numerator to numerator, then denominator to denominator. So 33 times 6 is 198, and then 6 times 3 is 18. Then 198 can be divided by 18, so it will give us 11. So our final answer is 11. Okay, so let us now discuss how to multiply rational expressions. So when it comes to multiplication of rational expression, we follow the same rule in multiplying two fractional numbers. So in multiplication of rational expressions, we also do the same when we are multiplying two fractional numbers. So how do we multiply two fractions? Again, we multiply numerator to numerator, then denominator to denominator. So for example, if our rational expressions are 3 over 4x, if 3 over 4x is multiplied to 5 over 3, so what will be the product? So to multiply, let us follow the rule in multiplication of two fractions. So we multiply numerator to numerator, then denominator to denominator. So we have 3 times 5, and then 4x times 3. So 3 times 5 is 15 over 4x times 3 is 12x. And then simplify this rational expression if possible, by removing their LCM or their common factor. So the common factor of 15 and 12 is 3. So therefore, the simplest form of 15 over 12x is 5 over 4x. 15 divided by 3, 5. 12x divided by 3 is 4x. So our final answer is 5 over 4x. We can also use the cancellation method. We can come up with the same answer using this method. So let's say using the same using the same given rational expressions, 3 over 4x times 5 over 3. So let us So as you can see, we can cancel out 3 as their common factor. So 3 can be canceled out because they are, okay, so these are the common factor. So what we have is 5 and 4x. So we come up with the same answer, 5 over 4x. Okay, so we have 6 over a squared times a cubed over negative 2. So let us multiply these two rational expressions. So to multiply, again, multiply numerator to numerator, then denominator to denominator. So let us try 6 times a cubed over a squared times negative 2. So it will give us 6a cubed over negative 2a squared. And then simplify if possible. So to simplify, 6a cubed over negative 2a squared, simplify this one by dividing by their common factor, which is 2. So we have 3a cubed over negative a squared. 6 divided by 2, 3, and then the variable a cubed. And then negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. Although it has no 1 beside a, it is understood that there is a coefficient of 1 here. And then the variable a squared. And then we are not done yet because this can still be simplified by expanding a cube, or we can rewrite a cube as a times a times a, and then a squared as a times a. And then the next step is cancel out all the common factors. So the common factors here are 2a's. So what we have is 3a and negative 1. So 3a divided by negative 1. So it will become negative 3a. So our final answer is negative 3a. So let's use cancellation method to see if we're going to get the same answer. So using the same given rational expression, 6 over a squared times a cubed over negative 2. So let us use the cancellation method. So 6 can be written as 2 times 3, or we can factor this number, or we can simplify 6 as 2 times 3. And then negative 2 can be simplified as negative 1 times 2. And then a squared can be written as a times a, and then a cubed can be written as a times a times a. So let us eliminate or cancel out all the common factors. So we have 2a's, 2. So what we have is 3a and negative 1. So 3a divided by negative 1. So it will give us negative 3a. So we come up with the same answer. So using the cancellation method. Okay, so here in this another example, we have three rational expressions. 5x squared over 3y times 9y over 20 times 4y squared over 3x squared. So to multiply these three rational expressions, of course, we will follow the rule in multiplication of two fractions, that is multiplying all the numerators and denominators. So let us multiply all the numerators, 5x squared times 9y squared, 5x squared times 9y times 4y squared over 3y times 20 times 3x squared. So if we're going to multiply all of these numerators, so 5 times 9 is 45 times 4, it will give us 180. And then x squared, so we just write x squared, and then y times y squared. So multiply y and y squared, you just add their exponent. So it will become y cubed. So y, it is understood that y has an exponent of 1. So same base, add their exponent. So that's the rule in multiplying. Um, when you multiply same base with different exponent, you just copy the base and then add their exponent. And then 3y times 20 times 3x squared. So let us multiply 3, 20, and 3. 3 times 20, that is 6. That is 60. Times 3, it will give us 180. And then x squared and y. And then cancel out all the common factors. So the common factors here are 180 and x squared. And then, so we are not done yet because this can be simplified further to, so we can rewrite y cubed as y times y and then y, and then eliminate the y's. So what we have is 2y's. So when we multiply 2y's, it will become y squared. Or we can also use the cancellation method to get the same answer. So using the cancellation method, we just rewrite or we just factor 9 as 3 times 3, and then we factor 20 as 2 times 2 times 5. So we convert or we change each number into its prime factors. And then 4, we change it as 2 times 2. So as we can see, we found common factors. So let us eliminate or remove all its common factors. So we have 5, then 3, 2, then another 3, x squared, and y, and then 2. So what remain is y squared. So we come up with the same answer using the cancellation method. So the final answer also is y squared. Next, I have here another one. 5x plus 30 over 2xy minus 6y times 4x squared y over x plus 6. So to multiply these two rational expressions, again, we will follow the steps in multiplying two fractions. So that is numerator to numerator, then denominator to denominator. So first, let us factor 5x plus 30. We can factor this one as 5 open and close parenthesis x plus 6. So when we multiply 5 to x plus 6, it will go back to this original form, which is 5x plus 30. And then we factor 2xy minus 6y as 2y times open and close parenthesis x minus 3. So if we're going to multiply 2y to x minus 3, it will go back to its original form, which is 2xy minus 6y. 2y times x, 2xy. Then 2y times negative 3, it will give us negative 6y. And then also, we simplify 4x squared y by removing its common factor or by factoring this one. So the factor of 4x squared y is 2y times 2x squared. So if we multiply these two, it will go back to its original form, which is 4x squared y. And then we have x plus 6. So we're going to use the cancellation method. So to cancel, let us remove all the common factors. So I see 2y as their common factor, and then x plus 6. So what we have is 5 and 2x squared over x minus 3. And then multiply 5 and 2x squared. So 5 times 2, it will give us 10x squared over x minus 3. So this is our final answer. Okay, so now let us talk about how to divide two fractions. So division of fractions. So in dividing two fractions, the rule is if A over B and C over D represents two fractional numbers or two fractions, if you're going to divide these two fractions, okay, the rule is you need to change the division symbol into multiplication symbol. And then the next is you're going to get the reciprocal of the second fraction, which is C over D. So here, C over D becomes D over C. So you just interchange the numerator and denominator. Will become the denominator and D will become numerator. So, and then the next step is you just follow the step in multiplying two fractions. That is, multiplying numerator to numerator, then denominator to denominator. So, A times D, AD, over B times C, BC. So here is our, so this is the rule in dividing two fractions. So where A, B, C, and D are real numbers. Remember, B and C must not be equal to 0. Otherwise, if they are equal to 0, then our fraction will be undefined. So let's have an example. So 1/4 divided by 2/7. So how are you going to divide these two fractions? So to divide, oops. Okay, we follow the rule in dividing two fractions. So let us first change the division symbol into multiplication symbol. And then the next step is you're going to get the reciprocal of 2/7. So it will become 7 over 2. So you just interchange the position of the numerator, then denominator. And then the next step is, of course, you're going to, so this is now multiplication of two fractions. So you can now multiply, you can now follow the rule in multiplying two fractions. So how do we multiply two fractions? We multiply both numerators, then both denominators. So multiply 1 times 7, multiply 1 and 7, it will give us 7. And then multiply 4 and 2, it will give us 8. So our final answer is 7/8. Okay? Okay, let's have another one. I have 6 and 1/2 divided by 4/3. So let us divide these two. So first, we need to change 6 and 1/2 into improper fractions because we need to get rid of this whole number, which is 6. So first, okay, if we're going to change this into improper fractions, it will become 13 over 2 or 13/2. So how? Multiply 2 times 6, it will give us 12. Then add this to the numerator 1, which is 13. Then copy the denominator 2. So we have 13/2. And then let us now follow the rule in dividing two fractions. To divide two fractions, of course, we need to change the division symbol into multiplication symbol. And then the next is we're going to get the reciprocal of 4/3, which is the second fraction, so it will become 3/4. So now we have two so we have multiplication of two fractions. So 13/2 times 3/4. So multiply numerator to numerator, then denominator to denominator. So we have 13 times 3 is 39. And then 2 times 4 is 8. So 39 over 8. So this is our final answer. Or you can also write this as 4 and 7/8. You can also write 39 over 8 as mixed number. So divide 39 by 8. It will give us a whole number 4 and the remainder of 7. 7/8. So this is our answer. Next. Okay, let's have another one. 7/5 divided by 2/5. So again, let us follow the rule in dividing two fractions. So change the division symbol into multiplication symbol or dot. So, and then get the reciprocal of 2/5. So it will become 5 halves or 5 over 2. And then this is now multiplication of two fractions. So we will follow the steps in multiplying two fractions. So multiplying both numerators, 7 times 5, it will give us 35. And then multiply 5 and 2, it will give us 10. So 35 over 10, or we can simplify this fraction to its lowest term by dividing by the LCM. So the LCM of 35 and 10 is 5. So it will give us 7 halves. 35 divided by 5, 7. Then 10 divided by 5 is 2. So 7 halves or 7 over 2 is our final answer. Or we can write this as 3 and 1 half because 7 and halves can be changed, can also be written as 3 and 1 half. Okay? So let us use the cancellation method to see if we will have the same answer. 7/5 divided by 2/5. So in cancellation method, so again, first we need to change the division symbol into multiplication symbol and then get the reciprocal of 2 and 5 or 2/5. So it will become 5 halves. So as you can see, we can cancel out or remove 5 as their common factor. So what we have is 7 and 2. So we come up with the same answer, 7 halves. Alright? Okay, another one, 8/9 divided by 10. So this is a division of a fraction and a whole number. So to divide, first we need, so this is a whole number. So any whole number, it has a denominator of 1. So 10, we make 10 as 10 over 1 because 10 is a whole number, so it has a denominator of 1. Then, change the division symbol into multiplication symbol and then get the reciprocal of 10 over 1, it will become 1/10. So, let us multiply. 8 times 1 is 8. Then 9 times 10, 90. So we have 8 over 90. So this is now in its simplest form. So it is our final answer, 8 over 90. Or, okay, so I have here another one. 1/4 divided by 4 over 9. So to divide, first we need to change the division symbol into multiplication symbol. And then get the reciprocal of 4 over 9, it will become 9/4. So, multiply. 1 times 9, then 4 times 4. So, 1 times 9 is 9, then 4 times 4 is 16. So, we have 9 over 16 as our final answer. Okay, now let us discuss how to divide rational expressions. So when it comes to the division of rational expressions, we also follow we follow the same principle or same rule when we are dividing two fractional numbers. So if I have x over 5 divided by 2x over 3, so to divide these two rational expressions, so first we need to change the division symbol into multiplication symbol and then get the reciprocal of 2x over 3. So how to get the reciprocal of this? You just interchange the numerator and denominator. So 2x will become the denominator and 3 will become the numerator. And then let us do the okay, we can use here instead of multiplying x times 3 and then 5 times 2x, we can cancel out x as their common factor because I see x here as their common factor. So what we have is 3 and 5 and 2 or 5 times 2. So let us simplify. So we have 3 over 10. So 5 times 2, 10. So our final answer is 3/10. Okay, another one. X over 4 divided by x squared over 8. So to divide, first, change the division symbol into multiplication symbol, and then get the reciprocal of x squared over 8. So it will become 8 over x squared. And then let us multiply or simplify. Okay, let us simplify 8, or we can factor 8 as 4 times 2, and then x squared as x times x. So using the cancellation method, as you can see, we can eliminate x as their common factor as well as 4. So what we have is 2 and x. So we have 2 over x. So our final answer is 2 over x. Okay, let's have another one. I have here 10x divided by 15ax over 7a squared. So to divide, okay, let us put 1 to 10x. So 10x will become 10x over 1 because 10x is a whole expression or whole number. 10x over 1 divided by 15ax over 7a squared. So to divide, change the division symbol into multiplication symbol or dot, and then get the reciprocal of 15ax and 7 over 7a squared. So it will become 7a squared over 15ax. So here 10x can be factored as 2 times 5x because 2 times 5 is 10. And then 7a squared can be factored as, we can factor this one, a squared, as a times a. And then 15ax can be factored as 3 times 5 and then ax. And then let us use the cancellation method. Let us remove all the common factors. 5x, a. So what we have, so what remain is 2, 7, and a, and then 1 and 3. So let us simplify. 2 times 7a, it will give us 14a, and then 1 times 3 is 3. So we have 14a over 3. So this is our final answer. Okay, so we have here b minus 2 over a squared plus a divided by b squared minus 4 over a plus 1. So to divide, first we need to change the division symbol into multiplication symbol, and then get the reciprocal of b squared minus 4 over a plus 1. So it will become a plus 1 over b squared minus 4. Okay, so here the next step is you can simplify b squared minus 4 as by getting the factor of this one. So this is a difference of two squares. So b squared minus 4, the factors are b plus 2 and b minus 2. And then we simplify a squared plus a. We can simplify this one by removing the common factor. So it will be a times a plus 1. And then we just leave b minus 2 and a plus 1. So let us use the cancellation method. Remove all the common factors or the factors that are common in numerator and denominator. So we have b minus 2, a plus 1. So what remain is 1 of n, a, and b plus 2. So our final answer is 1 over a a times b plus 2. So this is now our final answer. Okay, it's time to test yourself. Get a pen and a sheet of paper. You can pause this video tutorial while answering this activity. Are you ready? So let's begin. Letter A, direction. Multiply the following rational expressions. And then for letter B, divide the following rational expressions. All right. It's okay, it's time to reveal the answer. So let's see if you get all the correct answers. So in number 1, what is the product of 2x over x minus 3 times x minus 3 over 5x squared? So the product is 2 over 5x. For number 2, 5y over 3x times x squared over 5y. The product is x over 3. For number 3, 25 minus x squared over 3x minus 15 times 7 over x plus 5. The product is negative 7 over 3 or negative 7/3. Okay, for division, so in letter B, divide the following rational expression. In number 1, 4 over 9x divided by x over 9. The answer is 4 over x squared. For number 2, 3x squared y over 8 divided by 6x squared y. The answer is 1 over 16. And for number 3, x squared minus y squared over xy squared divided by xy plus y squared over x. The answer is x minus y over y cubed. Okay, did you get all the correct answers? Great job. Please like and share. And don't forget to click the subscribe button for more updated and upcoming video tutorials. That's it for now. Thank you for watching.